We all need, how to say, the stable neighborhood, and will not be the repetition of the war over the Kosovo and against the Kosovo people. Basically, the image of Kosovo is ruined, the image of a democratic country. For that, these elections is really important, local elections. The first I said, because the elections will show who is stronger, opposition or ruling party in Albanian caucus. From the other side, is important for Serbs. Does not matter how many seats will win. No Srpska lista, the people out of the Srpska lista. But that elections will show who is who. Now it's clear that Srpska lista is not representing the interests of the Serbs living in Kosovo. They are representing the interests of themselves and the Belgrade. And that is something what is also useful. And finally, these elections will open the, how to say, the door for comeback of the Serbs, representatives of Serbian community in the institutions, and that institutions will be completely legal and legitimate. I think that all Kosovo needs that. I'm sure the Serbs need that, and Serbia. We all need, how to say, the stable neighborhood, but their comeback or the abstination will not changing the situation. The situation will be changed only if we have the really democratic, legally elected representatives of Serbian community. In that case, I'm sure will not be only Srpska lista. Serbian Srpska lista was managing the policy which is really, I think, is not working for anybody, including themselves. First, it's not the first time. This recent, how to say, claims or prognosis or dreams that will be some kind of the war around the world, especially, I think, also in the Balkan. It's a topic really close to the heart of President Vucic. One pragmatic reason for that or motive is that in the last 5 years and 10 years, Serbia spent a lot of money for buying weapons, equipments, so that's business, meaning the profit. And the other is the political, basically, story. Uh, if you are analyzing seriously the policy of Vucic toward the Serbian nation, toward the Serbia, you will see that is the policy of building the mass. You have to control not people, not citizens. The mass you could control only by the fear. And talking about the war, it's the best way to, how to say, in some way to destabilize people, to push people to care about. And in the end, when you have the war, you need a leader. Leader is Vucic by himself. That's now technology of all totalitarian regimes, nothing new. In the case of Kosovo, that's also old story, especially in the period of so-called Lajčak conflict management, starting 2022. In that period, there was a lot of talking about arms. The police were active on the all sides, and basically, in the Vucic used that period and that technology to prolongate his staying on the power. Just to conclude, don't worry about Vucic. Serbia no capacity. The people in Serbia no wills to go to follow with one leader, and will not be the repetition of the war over the Kosovo and against the Kosovo people. We must know that the criteria of this European criteria from 90s, meaning also the criteria for the membership in Council of Europe and for new countries. Kosovo is the new born. I saw that in Pristina as a new country. If Kosovo's governments, the politicians want to see Kosovo recognized and democratic country, member of Council of Europe, they have to think about the legislation and to cooperation with not only Serbs, with Serbs and the others. For this, in this game, I think Kurti game, Vuçiq game, they lost how many? 5 years. 5 years for nothing. And in the meantime, abroad, Belgrade also is using that, Vucic is also using that argument. It's hard to say if you, we could not talk only about the Serbs. And I think that Kosovo and is not only guilty the government, but also Kosovo and a lot of chances and resources during the mandate of Lajme Morel. It was disaster for all of us. And that's a dialogue, negotiation about the normalization. Now we must restart, but in the new, not formal. We'll stay because of many international laws and obligation, and also the interest of Queen Group, not all of it to Russia. We have enormous using of police forces, military units like special units, Cobra, plus gendarmerie, plus paramilitaries. Many of them are connected with the organized crime. The end of the October and November, we start the work mechanism, ad hoc mechanism of the, how to say, transferring of the power. In that mechanism will be involved contact group. Be precise, the more actively British and Americans. That means that we could accept in few months, first of all, presidential and local election. That is stabilizing Serbia. After that, later, parliamentary election. That's something what I'm not only willing and dreaming. Also, I have a lot of arguments that will come. Maybe the form of that mechanism will not be round table, which my team proposed, but will be some kind of the troika or negotiation network, but surely will not be under the really bad, I'd say, mantra of European Union normalization. You could not normalize abnormal things. That will be under the American-British mantra, conflict management, but not on the lighter way. Conflict management, trying to stabilize security and opening the future door of window to the toward the future. I know what is that window.